go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast, brought to you by them boys at Pacific Calls. So if you're out in Sacramento, go by the hunting show and see them. Tell them that Jeff sent you out there.
That's a little early for a hunting show.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm with the world famous Andy Shaver. And
Mid or into January, already starting off hunting shows.
I would not want to be at a hunting show right now.
That's tough.
No.
That's a tough gig. I think they sell a lot of calls there though.
They do. California's a big waterfowl state. Big state. Also a bunch of fucking liberal fuckheads out there too.
That's true.
So I feel sorry for the good people in California. Did you see where Gavin Newsom come out and said, what in the world is going on in Los Angeles with all this train stuff? He goes, it looks like a third world country.
Where the fuck you been, bub?
That's
It's your
what I'm
state to
thinking,
run.
too. Fuck.
That's like Jeff coming out here. What's going on? It's yours to run, bud. Where you been?
Yeah.
About like when he comes back from Oklahoma.
Yeah, like, what the
Exactly.
fuck's
Like,
happening
what's
here?
going on here?
I had to take
What bomb blew up on my desk? Why do I have 37 answers or machines or 37 calls on my machine and no one has answered the phone?
not since you've been gone.
Yep. Anyways,
That's-
he's
that's-
tone deaf when he said that. Shit. The wheels have come off the Democratic Party.
Did you see what Psaki said?
What?
Just if you're frustrated with inflation and everything that's going on in the world, just go to a kickboxing class and have a margarita afterwards.
Seriously?
Yeah. Herschel Walker said, "What if you already work out and you don't drink? Then what are you supposed to do about?
What if you don't have no money to buy a drink?
Yeah.
That's what they don't understand. There are people hurting right now. Things are more expensive here. My prices have increased terribly on food. My food bill is ridiculous this year in feeding everybody. And you know what? That's part of my business. So
Right.
it's hurt the profit some, but we're going to be all right. But what about the single mom that's making $10 an hour still? You know?
That's true.
And a can of soup costs $4. It used to cost 50 cents or $1 or whatever it was. I was shocked. I actually went and bought, I like soup, and I wanted some tomato soup. I stopped and get some Campbell's tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich. Damn good deal.
Probably $10.
I couldn't believe it. I about
Yeah.
shit when I saw how much, and I didn't care because I don't price shop anyways. I just buy stuff, and I was looking, I thought, I wonder if the generic soup tastes any good.
I had yesterday off, so we went to Wichita Falls, and we went to Walmart, which I hate, but I needed white T-shirts. Jesse uses my white T-shirts to dust with, so I got one left.
Jesse.
That's all I got left. So anyway, we stopped there. We had to get a couple groceries, just a handful of things. I think I had 4 or 5 bags was all. $97.
Yeah.
I took a picture and sent it to some people. I was like, this is what $100 will get you in 2022.
I'll take a trip down to Walmart in Stanford, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I just need a couple things, probably $40, $50. Every time I go to the self-checkout, it's like, that'll be $167. I'm like, what the fuck?
did I buy?
Michelle can't go any store without spending $400. I don't give a fuck where she goes.
You know those 2-pack of Old Spice deodorants?
Yeah.
They're like fucking $15 now.
Shit. I'm going to be some stinking motherfuckers
That's
if
right.
they don't quit
I
fucking
will
around
I
with
will
me.
say, you get the white T-shirts at Walmart.
Yeah.
They got the brand that's George.
Uh-huh.
Oh, those are some comfy sons
Those
of
are the
bitches.
ones.
I
Fuck,
wear
I
the
got
boxers
Hanes.
too.
I got Hanes because we were going down the aisle. I went and got more propane for the heater. And we were going from there to the food, and it was just right there. I was like, ooh, here we go. Medium in the cart. Let's go. I did get 2 of those one bite the Barstool pizzas.
Oh, really?
They're like $7 a piece. So
They any good?
I hadn't tried it yet. So I spent $14 on.
How much
2
was your
pizzas.
underwear? Do you remember?
$5. Or
I bought
something.
some. I like
it was
I like
t-shirts.
$5.
for all the T-shirts. Something I think
That's
so.
cheap.
I didn't look.
Can't be. It's
Jesse,
gotta be way more than that.
How much for my white T-shirts?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Exactly. You get a 6-pack for like the ones I got. They're like 23, but they're very comfy.
I buy the jockey nut snugglers,
Jockeys, yeah.
the underwear.
See,
and them fuckers, I got some the other day.
Yep.
6-pack, $45.
Oh shit!
I did. I've worn briefs, boxer briefs, as long as I can remember. I hate regular boxers, and I always used to get the Hanes packs at Walmart. You know, they used to be like $8, $10. You get 6 or 8 packs. You get the bonus 2, whatever their fucking marketing scheme is. Well, I got these George ones, and I think a 6-pack was like $35. Shit. I mean, it's worth it, but god dang.
Yeah, them jockeys I like that's got cool dry wick stuff.
You got to have good drawers.
Yeah, and when you get older,
I got Polo Ralph
your
Lauren, bitch.
boys start to fall a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And so this kind of keeps them all up in the same package.
Got them for Christmas though.
He's got one pair that's $40 he's wearing.
What?
Polo Ralph Lauren, bitch.
That's what I've got.
That's a bougie son of a bitch.
Let me guess who paid for those.
My mother.
Yeah, I knew when
stocking
you
stuffers.
yeah.
But wait, So who really paid for it?
Well, Michelle works. I can't say anything about that. Michelle works her ass off. She works a lot. She does her fair share.
I thought you said she buys all the presents on yours.
Oh, I'm sure I paid for it on there. Yes, that you're right about.
They're
But
nice,
She,
Jeff.
she works.
She does.
But she is. Yes,
She works hard at it.
She's
We
real.
love her.
I've never heard her once say, "Jeff, you know what? Let me pay for the credit card bill this month." That's never happened.
Y'all are married.
$40 for a pair of fucking drawers.
I don't know what they cost. They're nice though. They ought to cost that much. They're not.
I've got 3 jobs and I don't have a $40 pair of underwear.
I bet you do.
I bet I don't. I didn't get shit in mine that are polo underwear, and I don't wear polo underwear anyways. I like
Polo and Calvin Klein are what I wear.
The jockey snugglers. I remember one year she bought Zach some Ed Hardy underwear for $70 fucking.
Ed Hardy?
Yeah.
What the fuck your brother needs a $70 pair of underwear for?
Exactly what I asked.
Then
At all people.
oh fuck,
Pain,
he
I
was
could
all
probably
he was all
understand.
about Ed Hardy for a while.
Payne's fucking high $1 too.
It had snowed right after Christmas one year, and we were scouting, and this was when we still had the merchant across from the Hearn.
Yeah.
And Jeff said, "I'll give you." I can't remember how much it was. It was cheap entertainment. Jeff said, "I'll give you $50.
Go jump
Strip
in the
down
water.
into your Ed Hardy's and run out there and do a snow angel and come back." Motherfucker did it.
Well, for
Cars
50
going by honking and shit.
$50, I probably have done it too.
If it snows again, I might put you up on
He
that
was
arm.
I don't think it will. We got
he was
7 days.
17, 18 years old. He was all about it.
What a day, what a day.
Yep.
Something else happened in the
It is
world I was
good.
going to talk about real quick that I noticed.
Is that
There's
the
a train.
is that the double barrel Woodford or single barrel?
Mine's Jack and ginger ale.
Oh, I did Woodford and ginger ale.
I didn't want to drink
That's Blake's
Christmas
Woodford.
present.
That's all right. He left it here.
That's true. But he's all excited. Okay, let's talk football. Today is the day.
Green and yellow.
I did not know Lil Wayne was a Green Bay Packer
Oh,
fan.
he's a
big Green Bay
cheesehead.
Packer fan.
He's probably at the game. to be
Probably.
honest.
He's a
If I had a lot of
cheesehead,
money, I would be.
and y'all N-words are just cheese whiz.
And y'all's what?
That's what he says in the song, Jeff.
Y'all's N-words or just
Y'all
cheese
N-words are
whiz?
just cheese
Not the
whiz.
hard
I
R.
know. No, I understand.
It's
I
like
listen to a podcast, or not a podcast. I listen to some comedian Tony does. Cousin Tom, nephew Tom,
nephew Tommy.
and he's a black guy, and he prank
God
calls
damn.
people. Motherfucker, he gets them worked up, and he called this black guy up, and he said, "I'm with the NWA." He goes, N-word, God dang it, N-word abolish. We're going to do away, and someone come to our attention that you say the N-word all the time, and brother, we need you to quit doing that shit. This dude's like, nigga, motherfucking nigga. The guy got mad as hell. He was worked up, and he just pranks these people all the time, and he's fucking hilarious. And anyways, we're going to do we're going to do a series on this. We're going to do this one day. People are going to call in, or they're going to text me or message me. Somebody they want me to prank, and I'm going to prank people. Whether it be hunting outfitters, guides, whatever it is, you get me a list and give me some details, and I could do this shit. And this dude is fucking hilarious. Did you not laugh your ass off, Stoner?
The one we listened to yesterday, he was like, "Yeah, man, this is Thunderbolt. You know, I seen Miss he said, what the hell was her nickname? God damn, he gave some girl a nickname. I seen Pookie the other night, and she wanted me to come dance this weekend. I just want to make sure we're still on." He said, "What you talking about, brother?" He's like, "Oh, this is Thunderbolt, you know, from the Gentlemen's Club down there on 50th Avenue." He's like, "Nah, she goes to school on Saturday night." She's like, "The hell she does?" He said, "Pookie come down there and see Thunderbolt. She wanted me to come dance this weekend." Oh, it was funnier than shit.
he did one with a guy. He called him up. He says, Now, are you married to Tamara Jenkins?" "Yes, I am. We've been married for 2 years." "Now, this Tamara, now, just listen to me. Does she have a birthmark on her left hip?" Yeah. "Oh, okay, I think this is the right person. Does she have a scar, be like under her right titty, like down on her rib cage?" Yeah, she does. Yeah. "God, thank God. That's my brother. I don't know how to tell you this, but she had an operation." "What the fuck you talking about? She had an operation. That's my wife."
What you mean my wife's a man?
"No, man, that's my brother. I'm going to kill that bitch." You're not going to kill my brother. We've been looking for him forever. He transformed when he got out of prison." And these people get worked up and shit. Anyways, I'm going to do some shit like that, but it won't be that deal. But anyways, we're going to try that. All right, let's talk football. Today's the day. The Kansas City Chiefs
No.
and the Buffalo Bills.
Nope, that's tomorrow.
Well, we're just going to go. Okay, we'll start with today's games. Then.
You going
the
AFC
first
or
game
NFC
is
first?
Cincinnati
Cincinnati
and Tennessee. King Henry's coming back.
Old Dookie Henry.
Boy, it does look like big old Bob Dookie coming back in this
That's
helmet.
all right. If I made that much money, I wouldn't care either.
He seems like he's a good guy, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm
no
sure.
story. No, I'm taking Tennessee.
I am taking Blake's cousin, Big Dick Joe Burrow. They're going to come out guns blazing. They're going to put the Tennessee Titans in a hole. The Tennessee Titans are a boring-ass offense. The Bengals are going to score points. They're going to score points early, and Tennessee is not going to have an answer.
Here's what I'm looking at. Joe Burrow, I think, is going to do what Lamar Jackson did a few years ago.
Fuck up.
Got to that playoff game that mattered
And he
and
choked.
just fucking choked and did terrible. And I'm going to say Derrick Henry's going to run one right up the middle for a touchdown in overtime.
I don't think it'd be that close. I think Tennessee's defense is so good. Joe Burrow is very good. He's a whole lot better than Lamar Jackson ever was.
He is,
and I think he's won one more playoff game than Lamar Jackson already, too.
Wow, that's true.
But I just don't think they're going to be in the game. I think Tennessee's going to control the ball running. I don't know. What's the weather like in Tennessee today? Just
Beautiful, I think.
it's a good weather.
I'm sure it's in the 50s.
That helps Cincinnati a little bit. But I think Tennessee wins. But Cincinnati does look like the team that's on that Super Bowl roll. That every year a team gets on a high and they play really, really good, and they seem to be peaking at the right time. They've beaten Kansas City just in the last couple of weeks, but I'm taking Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee by 4.
I'm taking Cincinnati by 12.
Wow.
Telling you it's going to be a blowout.
The stadium at?
It's in Nashville.
Is it in Nashville?
Yep. Right there, you can see it from what's it?
When you drive by.
When you're driving on where Nashville, where you see all the Music Row, you can see it.
It's going to be about 23 degrees at the game.
Cold and calm.
Cold. That helps Big Henry too.
Cold and calm.
At 4 o'clock their time, it'll feel like 28.
Yeah,
Bad. That's football weather,
seeing
baby.
that.
Football weather, baby.
All right.
Cincinnati.
And then going to bed. Are you going to stay and watch the whole game tonight?
Hopefully it's a blowout.
Okay, tonight, Green Bay plays San Francisco.
Green and yellow.
San Francisco is going to give Green Bay a pretty good game. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to fuck up and throw 2 interceptions in the game, which would be the difference. Aaron Rodgers doesn't fuck up. I take Green Bay by 17.
Green Bay by 13.5.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll go Green Bay by 7.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
I just don't. They almost gave the game away last week. The 49ers did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they gift wrapped it, tried to.
so it's just that's Jimmy Garoppolo.
What
It's going to be 0 degrees.
What would be entertaining is you're on that fourth quarter drive. There's like 2 minutes left, and AGs gets the ball back, and it's tied up. That's when it'll be. It'll be like 28-21 or what it'll end up being.
I'm hoping for a blowout. I got to work tomorrow. I'm hoping it's over by mid-third quarter. I can drift off to sleep peacefully and not miss much.
And I don't think Mike McCarthy is going to survive next week.
I
I think he gets fired Monday or Tuesday. Well, Jerry Jones was on the ticket, and he was not real happy on Friday.
Well, he wasn't happy, but
and that's not like him to be that way.
My thing is, how long were they without what's his nuts?
who?
God damn. Who'd they lose first half of the season?
Tyrone Smith, the lineman?
No, David Bakhtiari.
Whoever.
No, the Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys?
Yeah.
They've lost. They hadn't really lost many players all year. They lost Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup.
Okay, no. They lost a bunch of people to COVID pretty much all year long, on and off, right?
Just the second or third. They just, like, for 3 or 4 weeks, like the 4th and 5th week of the year, that was it.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter, you can't get pissed off at them and then just fucking get rid of them. You know,
I'm not saying that you've got to have some stability at coach, but I'm just telling you that Jerry Jones thinks his team's better than he is because he's got personal relationship with all his players.
Right.
Most owners don't have that, and he gets all involved with them.
It's too personal relationship.
Yes, and I've heard a rumor before from a pretty good source that Jerry Jones showers in the players' showers after the game's over.
Just dangles that old
Just
80-year-old dick.
goes in there and takes a shower like he has to shower up after the game.
Well, it's his goddamn shower.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And and I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard some pretty good source told me this.
Right.
This has been about 10 years ago, though, so maybe his old wrinkled ass now is not doing as much. But, the
Botox.
Denver Broncos are for sale. and they're going to have a bid on it. And there's a black guy that's wanting to buy him. They say he's the wealthiest man in Colorado, and he's worth $8.7 billion. And they figure the Broncos are going to go for about $4 to $5 billion is what they think the Broncos franchise sells. I want him to buy the team. I want him to buy the team, and I want him to hire whoever he wants to be his coach. And he pays $5 billion. He can do whatever the hell he wants it to. But I want all these pundits on TV, they're complaining. We need black ownership and black leadership to see that it's not going to be a Tyler Perry movie. It's not going to be a black person in every position. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
And eventually he might have a white head coach. You hire a head coach based on who they are, not what color they are. Right. Every owner nobody wants to lose. Everybody's trying. They hire whoever they think's the best head coach. And I hope this black guy gets it bought. I hope he can come up with the money to buy him. He's a wealthy, wealthy man, but NFL franchises are hard. Venture capital, I think, is his deal, is what he did. He's the same guy that went to what's the college in Atlanta, the black college?
Hillsdale.
No, Hillman maybe.
Oh.
Or something, whatever it is. One of the
Howard,
all black schools, whatever it is. I think Morehouse College, I think is maybe what it is. But whatever the college is in Atlanta, the all black college, he went there and he paid off $34 million worth of student. The kids that graduated paid all their student loans off.
Wow.
Wrote a check for 34. He's a good guy. I hope he gets it bought. But he's also Peyton Manning's has got a group of guys trying to buy the money. So is John Elway, and somebody else is in the deal. It's going to be whoever has the highest bid. But I hope he gets it bought. Oh, and Jeff Bezos is in the top. So if Jeff Bezos wants to buy it, Jeff Bezos is going to buy it because he can write a check for it. Oh, he's going to give you $5 billion. I'll give you $10 billion.
The Bolins? Who owned the
Bolin family?
Bolin
yeah, and
family?
he died, and it's in a trust. There's 8 people who are going to get checks from this. I've tried so hard, and I just can't fucking link my fucking bloodline up to it. I've been trying.
What's John Elway's? What's he?
GM, I think.
Is he still the GM?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
President, GM, I think maybe.
You talk about job security. I'll just buy this motherfucker, and I'll hire and fire as I please.
That's true.
I don't know if he can come up with enough money, though. That's a lot.
He can get investors.
That's a lot of dough. I'm sure he's got it though. But if Jeff Bezos wants it, you can't. If they say, "Well, I want $5 billion,"
well, Jeff Bezos.
So I'll give you
$7
billion,
$300-some billion.
Yeah, so it's nothing to him. But that's a fraternity that you just can't become a member of.
Yeah.
They have to have 24 owners have to sign off on you becoming an owner.
Really?
Yep. When you buy that, you have to be approved by 24 of the 32 owners to buy that.
That's what's that, 3/4?
How would you make your money
2/3, 66%.
What do the owners get? Are they getting a piece of the profits?
They get a check they get a thing back from the NFL every year, and their franchise goes up. It's an investment. It's like buying a piece of property and you get rent.
That, but I didn't know. Do you get TV revenue?
Yeah, they get a big chunk.
You get everything. Anything that deals with the Denver Broncos and your team kicks back.
Yeah, and the NFL, you get a proportion of that back. They don't want no one to know. That's what sucks about Green Bay being a publicly owned company is that some of the NFL business comes out. But I would assume if you're going to get $250 to $400 million back a year, which is probably enough to run most of your franchise. I think. But what he's doing is whoever buys that is not going to try to pay the light bill with the money they're making off of it.
Right. They
want enough money to operate the system how it runs and do what they want with it. But then when they want to sell that some bitch one year, it'll be worth $20 billion the way it's going up. Yeah. I think Jerry Jones paid $100 million for the Cowboys. $120 million Cowboys.
When
30 years ago, somewhere around 30 years ago, and that franchise is probably worth. If Denver Broncos go for $5 billion, the Cowboys probably go for $10 billion.
I bet it's more than that.
Jerry Jones fronted, no, way more than that. $725 million.
Is what he paid for the Cowboys?
Uh-huh.
No. Seriously? I don't think so.
When, in 92?
I don't think so.
I
think it was like $138 million.
Let me get a second opinion.
Wow, that's all old money, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they don't have a lot of old money, I don't think. His daddy was pretty much a self-made guy.
Yeah. No, you're right, $150 million.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
God damn.
And it is worth 6.5. Go. Go. I'm busy.
Oh, he's pissed now, boy. He just wants you to tell me he can have 3 of those. That's all he wants.
I mean, he's giving me the high sign, and it's just.
Earlier, he was like, "Dad, can I be on this podcast?" He was like, "No." He's like, "But I want to be."
$150 million in 1989.
And it's worth $6.5 billion now.
Estimated. Yeah.
6.5 billion, 150 million, and it's in 30 years.
33.
Wow.
It's increased $1 billion just since 2020.
Yeah. So I'll bet you the Denver Broncos go for close to $6 billion.
But see, that's the thing. That guy's his net worth. You said what? $8 billion.
8.7 billion.
So he's going to put up $5 billion. So he's going to cut. Technically, you take a little bit over half of your, your wealth.
About 60% of his wealth is going to go into one thing.
Right. But the return on that, like you said, after 10 years,
No, but he's got enough money that if it doesn't cost him nothing, that's his pet project he wants to own. But you're going to have income coming in to run the facilities and to do all that.
This says 3.8 is what it's projected to sell for.
What, the Denver Broncos?
Yeah.
I bet it sells for $6 billion. Because look at how much the Buffalo Bills sold for. The Buffalo Bills just sold a couple years ago, and it sold for a whole lot more than they thought they was going to.
For that, is it like a sealed bid, or
I'm
they do
assuming
like
so.
open offers?
I don't think it's like a courthouse auction. I think they have to have a sealed bid, and I'm assuming you have to show where that money is.
Right.
They probably I would guess what they would do is they have to qualify the owners.
$1 billion is what the bill sold for.
The Bills, and they thought it was going to sell for like $700 million or something.
The Bills sold for $1 billion.
Yeah, and that was just 3 years ago or 4 years
Man,
ago.
I figured they sell for a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm. They were one of the cheapest franchises. But
it says it's sold for what's a record price.
Yeah.
Who do you think the cheapest franchise is? Miami Dolphins,
Jacksonville Jaguars,
Titans.
Uh,
I bet you can look it up.
The Green Bay Packers, because they're in a small market, but they're publicly owned, and they'll never sell anyways.
The city of Green Bay owns them.
No,
residents do.
Just whoever's a chairperson.
Right.
Maybe Seattle too. I don't know. It's going to be a smaller market team. The Kansas City Chiefs at one time. I mean,
Buffalo Bills.
They are.
Really?
Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals, Detroit Lions, Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, Arizona Cardinals. Buffalo's valued at $2.2 billion. Cincinnati $2.275 billion. Detroit $2.4.
What's the Dolphins value at?
They're in a big market.
They are number 15, 3.42. Green Bay is 3.47 at number 13. And then top 10 is Broncos, Eagles, Jets. That doesn't make any sense.
New York.
Big fan base.
Bears, Niners, football team, Rams, Giants, Patriots, Cowboys at 6.5.
Okay. Dallas Cowboys go on the market today.
What are the Steelers? Like $3 billion?
Yeah, 14. They're just under the Packers, 3.43.
Okay. Let's say the Steelers. They want to sell the Steelers.
That is according to ProFootballNetwork.com.
The Steelers would go for $5 to $6 billion also because someone's got enough money. They want a team.
See, the good part is the Steelers have been in the Rooney family since like
they're not going to sell them anyways. No. But the people can't get a membership to that club. There's only 32 of them.
Right.
I saw a big bunch of people complaining, or not complaining, were saying, well, the NFL needs to make sure they get a black owner. Well, it's not fair for the Bolin family to take $2 billion less because it's a black owner.
Right.
They should sell it to. I mean, that's what life's about, is doing it. Now, I could see where someone could say, hey, it would be nice for the NFL to sell that guy a franchise in St. Louis or San Antonio.
Have an expansion team.
And I've got no problem with the guy owning them. I don't give a shit if Magic Johnson buys 27 of the 32 teams.
Right.
I don't care.
Let me tell you what I got a problem with. We've got too many fucking playoff teams. Wild card weekend was awful.
Too many playoff
You're
teams?
the only person I know complain about that.
Really?
Horrible.
You could expand it by another fucking week.
Oh, it was fucking terrible.
Why was it terrible? There's only one bad game.
Pittsburgh that game was
bad.
Lopsided.
Okay.
The Raiders had no sense being there. That game was terrible.
Who did they play?
The Bengals.
So San Diego should have been playing in that spot probably.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Well, then they should have played better football
even
games.
them, they were 10-6. What NFC game was? The Arizona Cardinals game was trash.
By what you're saying, then we shouldn't have played a fucking Super Bowl last year because Tampa Bay trashed Kansas City.
No, what I'm saying is we've got too many. We've got too many teams at the bottom of the list. We need to go back to the old way. Give two teams a bye.
You know how many times a wild card team has won the Super Bowl?
Last week was garbage. You know how many upsets there were last week? One, the Niners.
So if Cincinnati beats Tennessee this week, they shouldn't be in there then, right?
I didn't say that.
Well,
Cincinnati won their division. They should be in.
I thought they were a wild card. They did win the division this year, didn't they?
Yes.
Okay. But it's still, I don't think so. I don't think it was.
Too many games.
Yeah, but in the same sense, the Steelers came in second in the division, and they were nowhere near.
They just weren't that good that year.
Right.
But there's a lot of years that the team and it's
But
not even the best team didn't even play. They all got buys.
Huh?
The best teams got buys.
Yeah, so
Right, I understand.
Are you saying get rid of the wild cards?
No, I'm saying go to like it was. Instead of taking 7, take 6, and then have
It won't
2
happen.
teams on the bye.
It won't happen. If they do anything, they'll expand the playoffs because they've got a shitload of money.
Fuck.
Yeah.
If it wouldn't have been a bad game or two, it wouldn't have been that big a deal.
But they
There's
were
liable to be blowouts today.
but there were bad games. Okay, so okay.
Okay, New England and
yeah,
Buffalo was a blowout.
Exactly.
So,
Terrible. Garbage.
Well, so that you can't help that.
So that game was bad.
Next year it might be all good games.
The Raiders shouldn't have been in. The Eagles shouldn't have been in.
So who should have been in?
You take your division winners and 2 wild cards, and that's it.
Nah, it's not. Then you're leaving out some good teams.
Who was a good team that would have got left out this
year? Who are the wild card teams this year?
It was the Raiders
Okay.
and the Patriots. And then it was the Eagles and
Arizona.
yes, Arizona.
There's only 2 wild card teams.
Well, no, the Steelers were a wild card team. Raiders, Eagles, so that's 2.
I think it was an unusual year this year.
Hold on. It was Raiders, Patriots.
There's only 4 wild card teams.
Raiders, Patriots. Let me look this up.
There's 7 teams
Right.
in each deal, so there's 4 division winners. There's 3 wild card teams on each deal. New England, Pittsburgh, and the Raiders were the wild card teams.
Right.
I'm looking it up.
But it just next year it might be completely opposite, and a wild card team will win a game. It happens.
Fucking piece of shit.
Matter of fact, Tennessee was a wild card team 2 years ago and beat Baltimore. So you can't. It's just 1 year. Some years are different. Have you noticed that since the playoffs have started, there hadn't been one fucking COVID person lost in the NFL?
No, hell no.
Ain't that weird how that worked? That's the deal. Now the NFL has decided they're not going to test unvaccinated players.
So
now.
yes, okay. So it was Vegas, New England, Pittsburgh were the wild card teams in the AFC, and then the NFC were where the fuck's the
Well, it's Arizona.
and then the
Eagles.
it was
So there's 6 wild cards
it
between
was
AFC and
Arizona, San Francisco, and Philadelphia. San Francisco was the only wild card team
So
that
they
did worth a shit.
They should have been in then. They were the last ones to clinch too.
I'd have been fine if they weren't in.
Well,
They're going to get
so did the Dallas. So
mollywopped
did Jerry
tonight.
Jones. They may not. They match up
gonna be
very
close.
well because they can run the ball, and if their defense
So you're
is
telling
healthy,
me 9-8 Eagles deserve to be in, or the 9-8 Saints should have been in.
well, I don't know,
if
Andy.
the schedule would have
but-
fallen right.
But years it
There's
happened.
too many teams.
Well, I disagree with you. It's good for football. It makes it more interesting towards the end, and that's what football's talking about.
'Cause
That's what
really,
football's about.
they
Gives
would've-
more-
they
gives
would-
more fans hope.
Yes.
I had hope, Andy.
It's all about money, and there's more money.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact,
Really, they took one extra team from each conference.
Yes. What I think they should do is give everybody a bye and take the bottom 4 teams in each conference and let them play 2 games, or let them play a game 1 week, and then start the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that way you'd have a middle team. And one of these years,
Do what
just
now?
like they ought to take the bottom 4 teams.
So in the NFC, that'd be Detroit.
no, not all the way on the bottom. I think teams 8 get in right now, right?
7. Top 7 get
Okay,
in.
take 7, 8, 9, and 10, and let them play 1 week, and then and that'll fill in the last 2 spots.
Right.
Eagles, Saints, Vikings, football team.
Okay, 7, 8. Well, one of those teams will get hot in the playoffs in a couple of years, and
Which
they'll go a long
one?
way. They might not this year. Tennessee almost went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago doing that.
Mm-hmm.
They played in the NFC Championship game. A couple years ago, the Jacksonville Jaguars were one fucking fuck up by Blake Bortles from beating New England and playing in the Super Bowl as a wild card team. You know, who would have thought Blake Bortles would almost be in a Super Bowl? Shit happens.
Fucking Blake Bortles.
Anyways,
Blake Bortles.
the NFL passed a deal today that they're not testing unvaccinated players now, unless they have signs of being sick.
Well, yeah, it's playoffs, baby.
That's right.
You don't
That's when
want
it
to fuck it up.
counts. This shit's falling apart. Okay, let's go to the second games now. Second game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Los Angeles Rams. Cam Akers makes a difference for the Rams. I'm taking the Rams to beat Tom Brady.
I'm also taking the Rams.
I gotta go with Brady.
How can you not go with Brady? I mean,
he's
that's like going against Saban,
I love
which he lost anyway. But
Well, that was a bad analogy.
yeah, this year it was. This year it was.
Well,
this
yeah.
year it was.
But like, Brady's that one guy, like, he didn't put up big numbers last week. He had like 200-some passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns. But this week, when he's like, all right, I should probably take it serious, that some bitch probably throw 450 yards and 4 touchdowns.
They said the only thing, his line's busted up. I think his right tackle and his center's all fucked up.
They're in trouble.
You've got Von Miller and Aaron Donald.
Right.
Could be trouble.
He's without Chris Godwin, which means that Jalen Ramsey can lock down Mike Evans.
There's so many fucking people trying to get in here.
And we wonder why the door's always busted. I just hope Leonard Fournette plays because I've got him on my little fantasy thing. He probably won't.
Yeah, Jeff hasn't done the scores since last games.
I've just got to know the last game's the only one I didn't do. I'm so far ahead right now, I don't think it's going to matter.
Wow.
I'll look because of Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the big difference maker because he had so many points.
Well, you never
just
know.
need to add him up, Jeff.
I will add him up, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to have a big lead because all I got to do is the last game. I've got them in there right now. I'll do them here in a minute. So me and Andy are taking the Rams. You're taking
Buccaneers.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady's defense is going to have to win it for him if they're going to win it. I'm going to take in the second game.
You say that though, but who knows what the old man's got up his sleeve?
The defense is what beat Green Bay last year in the NFC Championship, not Tom Brady.
They still won.
They did. I mean, I'm not taking away from them, but it was because of their defense. And their defense is what the kids say. Their defense won. He played good too, though, but their defense kept Kansas City in check. The second game, I'm taking Josh Allen.
God, it's hard not to. That motherfucker looked like the real deal Holyfield.
The guy had one junior college, gave him a chance to play college. He sent tapes to everybody, one junior college. When he left junior college, only one Division I school gave him a deal, Wyoming, that fucking football hotbed of Wyoming.
Oh, yeah. Now look at him.
He's better than any Alabama quarterback.
Oh, 100%.
I just don't know what Kansas City team's going to show up. They've looked good the last month of football.
They have, but they're just...
But the way Josh Allen played, and is, like I said...
And, like, you can't get too excited on the way they play the Steelers.
Right.
Because, I mean, I did not go into that game thinking, oh, my God, we're going to whoop Kansas City's ass. But you can't just be like, well, fuck, Kansas City came out and whooped ass, which they did, but...
Kansas City's defense has played really good.
It's not the Buffalo Bills.
And they played the Bills beat the Patriots, which I think, it's an in-division game, so you're familiar with each other. So, I mean, did that have any factor into Josh Allen just fucking going ape shit? Is Mac Jones, can he not beat the Bills if the running game's not going? Because when he beat the Bills in the regular season, he threw the ball twice.
Yeah, he had like 16 yards.
It's that day of the Snowmageddon, too.
Right.
This is a different deal, too, with the AFC because every team that's still playing
That's good.
is a cold weather team, too. Usually, a team would have a big advantage. Like, I remember in the 80s, Cincinnati Bengals played San Diego when Dan Fouts was there, and they thought, well, this San Diego was the Kansas City. Move the ball. They go to fucking Cincinnati, and it's 55 below zero as a wind chill factor or something. Fuck, or you'd have years when the Miami Dolphins were a machine, and they'd go up there, and they had to play in the cold weather. Well, these are cold weather football teams.
Right.
And so nobody's got really a home field advantage. Kansas City is because it's loud.
They're in Kansas City?
Yeah, they're playing in Kansas City. But I still think but Buffalo, other than the noise, can handle the bad weather.
Right.
Cincinnati can, and so would Tennessee. But I'm taking Buffalo, too.
They said...
so you taking Buffalo or you taking Kansas City?
I'm taking Buffalo.
What do you...
Buffalo.
Buffalo. So we're all three taking Buffalo.
They said Diggs has had that picture. I guess they took a picture of him last year when the Chiefs beat him, like looking back at them celebrating, and they've got that plastered all over the locker room, and they've been using that as a little bit of get at you.
That's the game I'm looking forward to the most.
This one?
Yep.
The Chiefs and the Bucs.
Yep. And that's Sunday evening, right?
Yeah.
Or Sunday afternoon.
I still can't think. Like, you think of Stephon Diggs, you just can't think of the old Minnesota Miracle.
Forget about that all the time.
That fucking thing. Who was it? Joe Buck that was calling the game?
I don't remember that game. I just remember it.
Fucking iconic.
Guy dropped his head and went around there and he...
Sideline touchdown.
I can't find anything.
That fucking place erupted.
But anyway, so I think this is the week of the upsets in the AFC. Which, is the Bills really an upset?
If the Bills win?
Yes, a big upset.
You think so? I mean, I think the line's only 3.5.
Well,
yeah.
I think in the overall schematics of the whole thing, everybody's going to think it's upset, but I think they're very good.
The biggest upset that would be this weekend is the fucking 49ers.
That would be a big one.
Yes, that would be the biggest one.
San Francisco has a very good football team, though.
Yeah,
they dominated. It's not that they don't. They dominated Dallas. Absolutely dominated Dallas.
Fucking Dallas sucks.
Oh, Diggs. It's funny. That poor fucker at the first of the year, everybody bragged on him. Now everybody trashes him. They forgot he had 11 interceptions. All they remember is he gets burned every fucking time he gets on the football field. That's all you hear about anymore.
Chiefs are just a 2.5-point favorite. So, I mean, really.
Yeah, that's...
You get
I
3
think
points.
They just gave him 2.5 points to make it a betting line.
You get 3 points for just being at home.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly right. All right, let's get off of here. We got things to do. We got hunts starting in 30 minutes. Afternoon.
I got to take a little nap and get ready for Big Dick Joe.
I got to poop.
Josh got to poop, so we've all got things to do. Bye, everybody.
See you.
Go check out all of our great sponsors before you watch all this football today and drink too much beer or whatever you're going to drink. Check out Steak Plains Meats, Shin Gear Waiters, Pacific Calls, Dive Bomb Industries, Boss Shot Shells, Dirty Duck Coffee, Lucky Duck, The Looking Glass Duck Club Podcast, Gundog Outdoors, Bangtail Whiskey, Eyesight Drones, and Stanfield Hunting Outfitters.